Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to Total Fitness Thursday. And today's routine, Meridian. We are splitting the body in half. So we've got a full upper body circuit, push, pull, and then a leg circuit to finish. And then a little ab, little core finisher. So very different today. I would say this one perhaps doesn't leave you as sort of a sweating mess as some of them do. This is much more of a hit job on the muscles. You could almost use this as a bodybuilding routine, really. So you're really deliberately hitting like chest, shoulders, triceps, lats, traps, biceps, quads, hamstrings, glutes. Yeah, so it's a very targeted approach today. So yeah, you'll need a kettlebell or two. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, everyone else. If you've got a bit of variety with your kettlebells, that's good. So yeah, get to hand whatever weights you have. Let's get warmed up then, and then I'll go through the detail. Okay, jumping on the spot then. Just get nice and loose. Let the arms go relax. 10 chest pulls. fill out the upper body. So we're going to target each and every muscle. EMOM style, so 15-minute EMOM. 5 exercises, 3 rounds. So every minute on the minute, the rest of your minute is your rest after you've done your reps. Okay, there isn't a lot of rest, so you will get that cardio effect. You will get breathless, you will get hot, so you will have that thermogenic effect as well. But let me take you through each of them. So number 1, middle one, you've got to be reasonably quick to get them done in time, okay? Feel free to change the reps in if you need to. Okay, if you've only got your weights are perhaps too heavy, then just drop the reps a little bit. But we're aiming for 10 floor press each side. Okay, that's going to hit your chest. So remember to get into position for this one. Use both hands there, and then pull it in. Okay, and then that's your start position. You don't want the kettlebell on the floor. My hand is directly above my elbow, and there it stays. I'm going to do 10, like that. Okay, so that's the key for this. Your forearm is perpendicular to the floor, and it stays. The biggest mistake I see with this is people doing this. You've got massive stress on your shoulder. Keep it there, look. That angle, push. Elbow down, push. Then go to the other side. Again, both hands to get in position. Elbow down, press to the ceiling. Okay, 10 each side. Right, the next bit we're targeting is your lats. Okay, those muscles there. And you're going to do 15 rows, staggered rows each side. It's a bit of a faster movement perhaps than the press. So you're going to do staggered stance like that. Okay, nice straight line from head to heel. Okay, grab your kettlebell thumb side into the waist. Elbow nice and nice. And not only concentrate on pulling your elbow that way as well. So it's not just elbow up, it's elbow back. Okay, so fully engage the lats. 15 that side, 15 that side. 30 total, won't give you much rest. Next set we're working is upright row. That's your traps. So we're going to do 20. We don't want any legs on this really. So we want this purely upper body. Then grab the kettlebell there, pull to chin, creating that nice straight line. Okay? So that gets this, and your biceps as well. There's biceps and traps, that one. Then we're going to do strict press on the next minute, 10 each side. So strict press, you rack it, and then press from the shoulder, full lock, 10 reps. Strict press basically means none of this. So whereas you've got a push press or a thruster where you go all the way down, a strict press, there is no movement in the legs, it's just purely from the shoulder. So it's much harder on the shoulder. 10, 10, and the last minute, you're going to get the triceps, and it's an isometric hold for 40 seconds. You're going to do the tricep iso hold. So grab your kettlebell there, put it behind your head, and you're just going to hold it there, okay, for 40 seconds. Okay, and then round again. Okay, so that's all your target areas. With the chest press, you've got your lat row, your upright row, delts with your presses, triceps with your iso hold. Okay? 5 exercises on the minute, every minute, 5 rounds. Okay? Round 1, 10 side. 20 upright rows. Traps and biceps.
It makes me high. It hurts so much, had to go outside. Keep going. It makes me tired. It makes me high. It hurts so much, had to go outside. Keep going, keep going, keep
Running rows next. Upright row this time. Trap. Feeling that right across the body there. Chest, lats, shoulders, biceps, traps and triceps. All words in one little circuit. And okay, we're not quite as sweaty as normal, but you're still getting that big calorie burn. You've got to remember, the thing with these types of workouts is that post-exercise oxygen consumption. What that translates as is basically just higher metabolism for days after. Your body has to do a repair job with all those muscles too, to create more lean tissue. That lean tissue in turn burns more calories to exist, so you're making yourself more efficient. So when you come back to the big calorie burning ones, you're burning even more calories off the back of these type of workouts. So that's why they work so well together. Anyway, have a little breathing and drink. We've got the legs next. Just open this window. Right, legs. So, never nice, it's like a 15-minute EMOM with all legs. Doesn't go well. Right, here we go. So, number one. Now we're including glutes in this as well. So that gives you somewhat bit of rest because your glutes, quads, we're swapping the emphasis a bit. So the first two exercises are very much about the posterior chain, so glutes and hamstrings. Number one is 20 loaded hip thrusts. So get a nice heavy kettlebell, load your hips up gently, plant the heels, drive, try and get hips up and back, get as much range as you can, lower back down. See my spine is moving as one, chin's tucked in, I'll look at that kettlebell if it helps. Do 20 glute bridges, hip thrusts, whatever you want to call them. 20 reps. Number two, deadlift. Again, you want as heavy as you can go with this, really. 20 deadlift. Maybe your rules for deadlift. You've got to perfect that hinge. Kettlebell between the heels, knees out, soft, and push them out. Then you hinge down, elbows or armpits closed. So that's what you want. Okay? Not this. Okay, so there. Knees out, armpits closed, and hinge the hips. Yeah, from the side. Okay, so you can see there's a clear difference there between a deadlift and a squat. Okay. Right, next one. Wrapped rear lunge. 10 per side. So the rack. I'm going to pivot on that leg. So I'm going to go back with the free side. 10 reps. Okay, then switch. Rack left. 10 reps that side. Remember with your lunges, stay on those train tracks. Okay? Start shoulder width, stay shoulder width. You don't want this. Okay? That's what you want. Okay? 10 on that side, switch. 10 on that side. Last two, Cossack squats. 6 each side. We'll just go to body weight for these. I want you to focus on the movement pattern really, more than anything, and the depth. So you're nice and wide, one leg stays straight. So it's more or less like doing a one-legged squat really. Okay? And go nice and deep on that side. 1, then switch. Nice and deep that side. Usually after a few reps you ease into it. If you only get a bit of movement at first, that's fine. Just work into it, it will get better. So you're going to do 12 total. 6 each side, okay? And then the last one is an iso squat. Isometric again. There, hold. Again, focus on head and chest high. Knees out. Yeah, create space for the hips to drop in and sit. Head and chest high. Hold. Okay, there's your 5. And we're doing 3 rounds. Okay then. Starting with loading hip thrust 20 reps.
Every time that he goes, I keep on falling for the food. Woo. I ain't never coming to free. More drinks and then I'm coming on to you. Four more lies until it's flying in the fruit. The same sacrifice, what I wanna do. Woo. Yeah, picking up and everybody's picking up. I wanna live it up, I've never been no good at us. And I can feel the love around me, I can feel the love. It's like I'm drowning, but I'm proud I couldn't give up. Ooh, I ain't never coming to free. More drinks and then I'm coming on to you. Four more lies until it's flying with fruit. The same sacrifice, what I wanna do. Whoa. Sacrifice what I wanna do. Whoa.
called. Well done, everyone. So, as you can see, not sweating as normal. When we hold, this type of workout has a profound effect on the metabolism. You will be burning calories at a higher rate for the next couple of days. Right, we're finishing with a bit of hardware. Only lunge will set you free. Again, the bell's going to go every minute for 4 minutes. The classic entrance track plays on the lyric, only love, not set you free, only love. When you hear that, you get up and you do 2 lunges of your choice. Plyo lunges are the hard version, or you can just do 2 quick rear lunges. So, you're doing your ab exercise, and that changes every minute. And what gives you that little rest from the ab exercise is that lyric, okay? Hence, only love will set you free. So, the first minute is just the boat. I'll hold the boat. Whenever I hear that lyric, I get up as fast as I can. Plyo lunge, but you can just do rear lunge if you want, and then back into the boat and hold again. Okay, when the bell goes though, you change the exercise. Number 2 is flutter kicks. So you're in the whole body position, lift the head and shoulders up, and then kick the legs just, you're talking a few inches, that's all. Kick, pull the abs into the ground, feel your lower spine, sort of pull into the floor. To make it easier, just do it with bent legs, but still the movement must happen here. What you don't want is this. See the difference? That will work the abs, that won't. That's just doing nothing really. Okay, the third minute, we're going to switch to alternate offset sit-up. Not as complicated as it sounds. 1 knee in, 1 leg straight. Sit up on the way down, switch. Sit up on the way down, switch. Okay, alternate offset sit up. And then the final minute, hollow body hold, I believe it is, yeah. So it's the other static ab exercise. So whereas the boat, your hip flexors are in play, with the last one you're just holding that hollow body. No movement, just hold. Lift the head and shoulders, squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes, hold the legs together, and just squeeze for all you're worth. Okay? Right, so that's your 4 ab exercises that you're doing on each of the minutes. I'll tell you when to switch. And remember, whenever we hear the lyric, only love, get up. You haven't got to do that deck squat, you can just get up like this. Obviously, back down, okay? It's fine. You get up however you need to, okay? Most efficient is a deck squat, but you don't have to do a deck squat if you're not capable, if you haven't got the mobility. Okay, right. Only lunge will set you free. By the track. first day in. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, same time, for chemical. Got loads of little kettlebell complexes and movement mixes for you. It's a good one. So see you for one and all both. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing and well done.